Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I am doing a tarot game together with you. I have this funky book, 1001 Smartest Things Ever Said, or Greatest Quotes kind of book. And I'm going to pull tarot cards on these quotes. So let's see. This is a book I thrifted for €1.25. What I'm going to do is I think in every 2 pages like this, there are 6 separate quotes. And I'm just going to read all of them and pick the best one. So we have Albert Einstein here, Hughes, something from the Quran, Ray Bradbury, Harburg, and Anonymous. Anonymous said, "Worry is like a rocking chair. It will give you something to do, but it won't get you anywhere." Hughes says, "A man has to live with himself and he should see to it that he always has good company." Einstein says, "Everything should be as simple as it is, but not simpler." I think I'm going to go with Bradbury. "If you enjoy living, it's not difficult to keep the sense of wonder." Let's pull a card on that one. Of course, we can just pull a card that then is connected to the quote, bibliomancy style, but I also really like to transform these quotes into questions. So how do we keep our sense of wonder? Let's start with Ritual Tarot. This is the last version I received, and I've edged it just like I did my first version. Just so you know, I've used this metallic felt tip pen for it, but it's really really difficult. So I don't really recommend this one. I recommend a thicker felt tip pen, but I know some people are going to ask, so there you go, just providing the information. If you enjoy living, it's not difficult to keep the sense of wonder. The answer is in the quote, right? But let's see. What does the sense of wonder mean then? And we got 10 of Wands. Okay, so this is about passion and adventure. And constantly I feel pushing our boundaries. That is lovely. That is adventurous. That is grand, with this beautiful mountainscape and waterfall. It shows, of course, this deck does this really good. It shows, of course, that the world is an immense place and there is so much to explore and experience. So I get the sense of being in the moment. Also, the way I tend to read this deck is there are no words. You don't have to call them wands. I say 10 of spears, or I tend to say 10 of spears. And spears then, of course, shows you that you have a very specific goal. But in this case, though, it's like how a tree grows, or how a hand, what's it called, expands or stretches out. So it goes in all different directions. And this is, I think, symbolic in this case for you want to have as many experiences as possible. How to keep the sense of wonder, to live life to the extreme. Like I said, it already said so in the quote. Also, just this deck, because this is the one with the lust card, maybe it needs a little bit more of something special. Maybe I could do something special on it. Maybe just black out the corners or something on the edging. Let's see. This was of the chapter Life and Death. Now we're in Success. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience usually comes from bad judgment. When you follow your bliss, doors will open where you would not have thought there would be doors, and where there wouldn't be a door for anyone else. You can do very little with faith, but you can do nothing without it. We have Robert Browning, William Jennings Bryan, Joseph Campbell, Samuel Butler, and now Buddha. I think I'm going to go with the Buddha quote. Believe nothing merely because you have been told it. Do not believe what your teacher tells you merely out of respect for the teacher. But whatsoever after due examination and analysis you find to be kind, conducive to the good, the benefit, the welfare of all beings. That doctrine believe and cling to, and take it as your guide. How is my question? Let's use Thoth. The light is going to change. We're in Holland. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, Princess of Cups, this is perfect for Faith. Oh, lovely. In this Dutch deck that I have, Dutch Thoth deck, the keyword I wrote on the card is vision, because I see this beautiful lady at the bottom of the ocean or a lake or whatever as our childlike imagination, our inner child. Also in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Page of Cups, the one with the fish coming out of the cup, often is seen as the inner child card. I still feel that energy in the Princess of Cups, even though they are different, but to me they still represent element of earth, so still quite similar since I tend to read in an elemental way. And Princess of Cups is so much about having the imagination so vividly, so actually, no pun intended, at the surface, that it kind of feels like everything is possible. There are no boundaries, because in a certain way I do believe that whatever you think of, and hopefully that's a positive thing, that does become reality in one form or another. The saying, anything is possible, I kind of believe in that. And when you have a dream, a vision, thinking that is the best way to go about it, I think, because it opens up all of these doors. Maybe I channeled some Joseph Campbell, the quote about doors, in this card. The life of the mind. Let's see, what's the best quote? Again, Buddha. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. Descartes. I think, therefore I am. Yeah, let's actually go with the Buddha quote. I feel like using my Triomphe de la Luna for this one. I don't really have a question for that, so let's just pull a card, see what comes up. This is the typical board tarot reader. Just once more. We are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. Yeah. Although I have been known to say we are not our thoughts. But then again, in the previous reading I just did, or the first one, kind of contradict that. So let's see. Let's just see what comes up. Sometimes it's nice to explore, of course, different points of view, even the ones you already know you don't agree with. Two of Swords. Ah, the one that makes the open eye. Interesting. Oh my gosh. This is such a good card for this quote. We are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. This is the typical, whatever you focus on, whatever you see, that is what you experience most. When we are in a bad mood, for instance, we tend to see and experience those very bad energies in the world. So that is what comes our way. We kind of attract without even realizing how we feel. The brain loves to see patterns. It's only natural to recognize on the outside what is going on the inside. We can, of course, turn this into something that is helpful, something that gives us the power, because when you focus on what does go well in your life right now, or what you do have, or what you will have, what you will achieve, basically, that is already such a good and strong standpoint or starting point, rather than being very Five of Pentacles about things. Yeah, focusing on the negative. This is a portal. This is a new opportunity. This is the Vesica Pisces. It's a new birth. And that birth, in Marseille especially, I tend to read as your eyes are opening to what is truly there, or to a secret opportunity. I love this deck. We all know that. Proverbial wisdom. What is the best quote on this page? Better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Chinese proverb. Ethiopian proverb. When spiders unite, they can tie down a lion. Let's do that one. Ritual Tarot. When spiders unite, they can tie down a lion. Another princess. This time it's the Princess of Discs, or of coins. So that's interesting. I thought we were going to get a card that is much more about how to unite and become one and we're stronger together kind of thing. But in this case, it's actually about laying the groundwork, isn't it? To believe in yourself, to believe that tomorrow is going to be better, tomorrow is going to be greater. To not just believe, but to actually know and to see the signs, to be so aware on the signs that the future is this beautiful promise that you know good things are coming your way. These things, of course, are earned. So this is, of course, the student archetype. And maybe that's what this is about. When spiders unite, they can tie down a lion. It's to learn how to get together, to learn how to make those bonds that don't break, to learn how to face real challenges together. It's very strong. And here her coin definitely looks like, you know, a shield, part of an armor. Beautiful, very protective. Okay, next one. Love and friendship. Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Sir James Matthew Barrie. Let's do that. And for that one of my weirdest decks, Morgan's Tarot. Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. Right. I come from a different planet. This is, of course, sunshine. We have that in the quote. So I was thinking sun card energy. This might just be it. Sun is so positive, magnetic, and it brings life. So the quote, of course, means how you bring life to yourself is to see that basically reflected in others, thanks to you. I come from a different planet. Oh, that might be so alien to some people to think this way. How to make yourself happy is to make somebody else happy, to put somebody else actually first sometimes. Let's see what the little book says. Okay, get ready for this. Psychologically, this card might express the individual's feeling of alienation or separation from the environment. Right, okay. Often I think when we feel out of place and out of touch and like we can't take daily life anymore, it's becoming really, really challenging. It's because we really see what is wrong with the world. Now, we actually do, to a certain extent, have the ability to change that. So maybe actively separate yourself from your environment. In reality, of course, having come from Arkanthmithsin, the 16th planet in the, okay, I can't say these words, something about Andromeda, you are having great difficulty acting like an earthling. This is, is this the Fool card? I see the Fool card in the sense where you are the outcast, you are the one that nobody understands, you are living life at your own pace. That is a good thing. Especially since your memory was wiped out at birth and you don't realize you're an alien. Still, knowledge of your origin might enable you to adapt to the ways of the natives. Be the odd one out, is what it says. I get this feeling that this combination of information is saying, whatever you see around you, do the opposite, and it will bring you better luck. What did I add? Cosmic love. Love on a universal cosmic plane. Makes sense? After all, we're all made of stardust. Okay, folks, that was using this weird book with my tarot cards. I hope you enjoyed this game. Let me know if you ever do these types of things. And of course, if you have anything to add in the comment section to the readings I gave, I know they were short, and maybe even to the quotes. Maybe you know some context that I don't know. I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for being here. This was fun, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.